Alright, so today we're going to take a look at the Mezco 112 Collective Batman and Two-Face 2-pack. This is a pretty big box, so I can't really get it in frame, but I really love the box. One of the better boxes Mezco has put out. This is very nice. I like this a lot. We have Batman on the front. Then we get Batman on the side. Forgive me if you can't see it all, but it is what it is. Here it is. And then we have the back side, which gets even nicer. Look at that. We got Two-Face, we got Batman. Looks like we got Robin on the side there. Is that a tease? Probably not. But it would be cool to get a nice classic Robin along with these figures. There's Two-Face right there. As for the bottom, nothing crazy, but it is a exclusive, MDX exclusive or Mezco exclusive. So let's get this thing open and see what it's all about. So I did not realize that this thing would come in individual boxes inside. Check that out. And then those individual boxes are the same exact box arts as the outer box, as you saw. I was kind of hoping for something different. You can combine them and kind of have a Two-Face between the two characters. But that's about it. I thought they would be different, but they're not. So we'll start off the review with Batman himself, and he is very nice. This is like the Golden Age version of Batman. Very cool looking, different Batman. I know Mezco has done a ton of Batman figures. That's actually Mez's favorite superhero, so it makes sense. So it's nice to finally get this different version, this Golden Age version of Batman. I really, really like this figure a lot. Very classic, very comic booky. So good, so good. So he comes with a lot of accessories. Now, Mezcos are expensive, but what they do come with is a lot of accessories, a lot of bang for your buck. So we have a total of 5 head sculpts for Batman himself, including the one you see right now, which is a neutral state, a neutral face expression. Then we do get the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which is, I'm so happy to see a different, brand new looking Bruce Wayne head sculpt. It looks very good. This just makes me want to have a Bruce Wayne and a tuxedo Mezco 112 Collective. Make it happen, Mezco. Make it happen. Then we have this kind of a smile, smirk face. Now pay close attention because we have another one. Very subtle, like smirk on this one. Not as much as the one over here. But this is not a neutral face. It's very hard to kind of explain. Let's pop it off, actually. But the one on the head looks like this, and then here's this one. So it's very subtle. It's different. You can kind of see the very subtle differences there in the 3 head sculpts. So there's those 3, and then last but not least, we gotta get one in an action pose or like, angry pose. So we got this one right here with the teeth showing, which is very nice. So I like that. So very nice selection of head sculpts. You have a nice variety, and of course to accompany the unmasked head of Bruce Wayne, we gotta have the cowl. So we got a draping cowl here, so you can attach to the figure like this, and then you get the Bruce Wayne head, and there we go. So there's Bruce Wayne unmasked, and then his cowl is behind him. Another thing you can obviously do here is, that worked out, is pop the cowl out, keep the head sculpt in, and keep the cowl like in his hand or something. So that would be another option. So I like that a lot. Now that we're on this head sculpt, a lot of people were making fun of this figure, saying that he had like a crimson chin type of deal going on. Yeah, he's got a big chin, but I think this this looks good for the design, the artistic design of the comic, of this design of Batman. I don't feel like it's too excessive, so I'm good with it in my personal eyes. In my opinion, I'm good with it. So as long as I'm happy with it, it's all that really matters. If you're not happy with it, then I'm sorry, but I think it looks fine. Now, as you can see, he does come with a pair of fists, and he comes with a lot of pair of hands. So let's get right into it. We get 2 open hands, kind of like karate chopping hands here. Right there, left and a right for those. Then we get 2 regular like calm hands, so the fingers are spread, but not too spread there, if that makes sense. But they're just calm and relaxed. And then we get much open hands here. They're different sculpts, but they're both open, wide open. And then last but not least, we get these grabby hands here where you can grab something. Alright, proceeding on with the accessories, we get this breathing apparatus here that you can attach to his mouth or his face. So that is cool. And it doesn't seem like it's magnetic or anything. You just kind of just plug it in and it sticks. So it stays right there, and I assume this would work on any of them. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's really no issue there. So that works for everything. Let's see if it works on the unmasked head. And it does work on the unmasked head. Alright, I will butcher the names of these things, but I'm just going to call them like Batarang, I don't know, slingshot things here. I really don't know what these are. You guys help me out down below. But this one's on a bendy wire. And then we get the same thing, but on a thread wire instead. So that one will droop down like that. So we get a pair of those. Then we get this ACBA-ish, comic book panel-ish effect, which is very cool. I like this inclusion. We've never really seen that before. And then proceeding on, we get some effect pieces, some swooshing effects, so you can have some comic book-like displays. And this looks like it'll peg into his fist. So it'll look like a swooshing effect when he punches Two-Face. We then get many variations of Batarangs. We get this red one right here. Then we get this blue one that moves around. It's like on a little hinge here. So there's this one. I would be careful with this because this is super tight and it seems like it would snap. And then we get this Batarang right here. So 3 different designs, 3 different looking Batarangs. Then we get this belt buckle piece. I don't know, does this peg in? Let's see if this pegs in. It looks like it does, so I don't know why that was packed in separately, but maybe so you could see that it is a separate piece. It comes off. Now, I'm not familiar with this version of Batman, but I assume this is some sort of communication device or some device that he uses. So that's cool. That pegs right into his belt, and it does not fall off, no problem there. And then we get this Batarang on this bendy wire string, very super long. And then that same Batarang, but with the soft thread here. And I rarely show it, but there's the base. They all come with base and stands. Alright, so here's our close look at Batman, and you can see the nice sculpt, the nice paint apps there. Mezco always does a good job. We have these soft goods, looking pretty good. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. I could feel that it's got some wiggle room so you can bend the joints, so that's nice. The logo here is like a pleather type glossy material. So there's that. And from what I was told, this was the Superman, the Christopher Reeves body mold, but with a new, more like beefier torso. Somebody could probably confirm that. But it works. It works for sure. I like that they made the torso more beefier. It's nice. Now they went with like a leatherish, probably not real leather, but like a pleather type cape. So it's a lot thicker and harder than the other capes they've been using for Batman. It's fine. It's fine. It's just it makes it a little harder to kind of drape over him more naturally. But he does have bendy wires almost everywhere on this thing. So on the edges, pretty much every seam you see has like a bendy wire. So that's cool. So you could either have it like this, or you can drape it over him like that. So that's pretty dope. So you have choices there. You can pose it windswept or whatnot, or as if he's gliding through the air or whatever. So going down to the groin area, you can see the stitching there on his, like, I guess underpants, or not underpants, but just pants. I don't know why I said underpants. But you can see the stitching there on the legs too, and down to the boots, and there's the back side. So overall, soft goods seem pretty well done, as to be expected with Mezco. Alright, so as for the articulation, the head sits on a ball joint like peg, so he looks up fairly well. He looks down until the head pops off, so let's see, let's try not to pop it off here. He does have that crimson chin, right, as everyone says, but he does look down a little bit, not as much as you would probably want him to. Left and right, no problem, and then head tilting, no problem either, pretty deep and nice, so that's good. Arms will go all the way up. Let's see how that soft good twist. It gets a little scary a little bit. I probably wouldn't leave it like that. Arms go in and out. We get a bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows. We have a swivel at the wrist with a hinge, ball jointed hinge. Diaphragm joint at the torso swivels, goes forward and back, tilts side to side. And we do get a waist swivel as well. Legs are going to kick forward. Let's see how forward it goes. About that far. And they goes back down. They go in and out. Let's see. Full split without any hesitation there. So very nice. We get a thigh swivel, double jointed knees that bend all the way up. They go back down. Boot cut shin swivel, ankle hinge at the foot, ankle rocker, and ankle swivel. So packed full of articulation. No issues here. Well done. Well done on the articulation. mixed in with the soft goods. So I love how Mezco just gets better and better. They are the 112, king when it comes to soft goods and articulation. So it's good to see. And now we have the Two-Face. So Harvey Dent has entered the chat room, and this is another great looking figure. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what this does to me? This makes me super excited for those Marvel Spider-Man classic comic book figures that they're making. They're making the Spider-Man, they're making the Green Goblin, and they teased the Doc Ock figure, Dr. Octopus. Oof, they're doing these comic-based figures, and it looks fantastic. At least from these two, the Batman and Harvey Dent here. Now they do a little bit of a better job with their DC figures compared to their Marvel figures sometimes. So we'll see how those come out to be. But right now, I'm very happy with this two-pack right here. So let's take a look at Harvey Dent and see what he comes with here. This is a little briefcase that he has. Let's see what's in here. Very nicely detailed, painted, sculpted. This is classic Mezco. Good job there. Comes right apart. Oh, it is a dynamite bomb here, a ticking time bomb. So very cool addition. This could be used for Joker. This could be used for anything pretty much. But we got a nice little bomb accessory piece inside a briefcase, and these straps go inside here, and then it'll just close right there. So there's that briefcase. Then we get a set of hands and effects, but before we get that, we'll take a look at the head sculpt. So we got the Two-Face there. Now we have the Harvey Dent, regular Harvey Dent without the burnt half face. And then we get another Two-Face face, and this time all of his teeth is exposed. He's more angry, he's more like pissed off. The one on the figure right now is a little bit more calmer. Yeah, the mouth is slightly open, but if you look at the non-burned face, his mouth is closed. But on this one, it's open. So subtle difference once again, but it's very, very nicely done. It's a very nice option to have both of them. And of course, the figure has a pair of fists attached already. Then we get one left hand with a quarter or a coin on top. It's probably not a quarter, it's probably I don't know what kind of coin he uses. Some sort of currency from Gotham City. We'll just leave it at that. It's just laying on top of his hand, so this is like right after he flipped it and he put it on his hand to see if it's head or tails. Looks like it's heads. Then we get a pair of trigger finger hands here. Keep in mind, this does not come with any weapons. Very funny that it does not come with weapons. This is a DC thing, unfortunately. Now they don't want weapons inside their action figures, even though their movies are rated R. So it makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. Thankfully, Mezco gave us a weapons pack, which they just dubbed it as Rumble Society weapons, and that could be used for our Two-Face, and I'll bring that into the video later on, so stay tuned for that. Then we get another trigger finger hand, looks like to hold a bigger grip of a gun, and then here we have another grabby hand here. Up next we get the coin flipping hands. These have the coins molded onto the tips of the fingers, so it looks like he's about to flip it up. Then we have these hands, which has the coin kind of going through his fingers, like he's playing with the coin in his hand. So we've seen this before with the regular release of Two-Face that they gave us. I'll bring that figure in for comparison as well. And then we have a set of open hands here. Alright, and then last but not least, we get these effects here. We have the coin flipping effect, which we've gotten before with the previous Two-Face, and then we get 4 pocket knives or switchblades, because Mezco. That's why Mezco loves to give us a bunch of Batarangs with Batman, and they like to give us a bunch of switchblades with Two-Face. They're all exactly the same. They're just extras. So there you go. Then we get 4 coins just sitting there, just 4 coins, even though Harvey Dent uses 1. So in case you lose one, there you go. So funny that DC doesn't want guns, but they're okay with knives in their toys or in their action figures. Another thing that's funny is that these figures are 18 and up figures only, and yet they're not allowed to put in guns. Alright, so here we're going to take a closer look at Two-Face and all the details and texture that we got going on here. They did a fantastic job with the burnt face here. It's very nice and nasty. Green, yellowish. Ugh, it looks very, very nice, so I like that. The hair is grayed out, white, and then this side it's brown, reddish. Very nice paint apps there. Good job. I love the bow tie. It's half purple, half orange, as is his suit. This is just classic Mezco. This is bringing me back to the Joker MDX, to the good old days of Mezco 112 Collective. Honestly, man, this whole hiatus that they took from these licensed figures, and they just been doing Rumble Society for like 2 years straight. It feels like, and it feels so nice to be back here with these Batman figures and these original, not original, but like this is what Mezco's all about. I mean, I like the Rumble Society. Don't get me wrong, but man, Mezco does a great job when it comes to there's licensed stuff as well. So it's just a nice breath of fresh air. Hopefully we keep it coming. So anyways, here's the bottom of the pants. Going down to the shoes, we get a black and white pair, or not pair, but just one black and white one, and then we get a brown and white one here. So very cool. I love this thing. So far, this is my favorite Mezco of the year. This 2-pack right here is just something we needed very much so. And now it looks even better with the Batman in frame. Look at that comparison. Alright, so here's a full frame shot of them both next to each other, and they look absolutely nice together. This is a nice 2-pack, guys. Both of these figures came out very nice. And this is one of my more favorite looking Batmans for sure. Out of all the Batmans I have from Mezco, I have quite a bit. I don't have them all, but this is one of their better ones. I'm a sucker for classic. I'm a sucker for comic book stuff. So when they do this classic golden age type of things, I'm a sucker for it. So that's why I hopped on this pre-order right away, and I'm happy that I did because the outcome, it came out great. I'm hoping that they continue this kind of series here and give us Robin from this golden age and give us some more characters from this age of Batman. So hopefully we get some more. So I'm just gonna do one comparison of each here. I don't want to get all my Batmans out, but here is a basic or standard Mezco Batman here. I don't know what era or what comic this is from, but I like this Batman a lot. And here he is next to this Batman. And this Batman gives you an idea of the other pleather-like material cape they use. It's very soft with no bendy wires. This one's much thicker over here. Alright, and then here is the previous Two-Face, the only other Two-Face we've gotten from Mezco 112 Collective. This was back when they were allowed to give us guns, so he did come with a weapon. And he does have those same hands with the flipping coin hands there, and all the same effects. So very different. This one's black and red, and I love this figure, but the burnt face needed like another coat of paint. It seems like it wasn't all the way through. I don't know how I feel about it. It's definitely more realistic, rather than comic book cartoonish. So there's that. And he's missing hair, which is nice touch. While this one has all his hair there, even though it's just a different color. Alright, so this is the pack you want to get for your Two-Face. It's called the Double Trouble Weapons Expansion Pack. It's from the Slugfest Emporium, and this is technically Rumble Society, but it's really for your DC figures. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so upon opening in here, we have 2 layers. First up, we get some pistols. I see some revolvers. I see some M9s or M1s. I don't know what those are called, M19s. And then we get some round drum Tommy guns. It looks like we get some extra drums there. Some money, some coins. On this layer, we get all the effects. These effects are starting to kind of like overstate their welcome, for lack of a better term. I see them all the time, and it's time for some new effects, Mezco. I feel like these are getting outdated at this point. Alright, so first up we have the Revolver Pistol, and look at that. Boom, take that, DC. That looks great. Fits on his hand just fine. It screams Two-Face all day long. So that's a nice one right there. Alright, next we get this pretty thick double barrel pistol here. This one's a thick boy, so Mezco thought ahead and gave us a more bigger grip of a hand. It's only on the left hand here, so you're going to want to put it on the left hand. And that one looks pretty decent there. So in case you want him with this one, you can. And up next we have something that I don't think we've seen before in Mezco, although I don't collect them all, so I could be wrong. But this is the first time I see it. It's a sawed-off shotgun. Fits very nice in the smaller grip hand. So there's 2 grip hands there. It's nice that Mezco put that in. And I love this feature here. Most of these guns you can move or cock them back and everything. Even the revolver, you can spin the revolver to the chamber. But this one you can hinge the sawed-off shotgun to reload it. So how cool is that, man? So very nice. There he is with the sawed-off shotty. And then lastly, I'll get him with the Tommy gun here with the round drum. Looking really Two-Face-ish here. I feel like this gun fits him well as the revolver, but honestly, all of those guns would fit Two-Face. And then here's another quick pose with both hands on the weapon. And I want to apologize if I mentioned earlier that he had double jointed elbows. He does not. I don't know if I said that or not, but if I did, he only has single jointed elbows because they really don't bend further than this, unless the jacket's hindering it. But I don't think it is. Anyways, he can hold the Tommy gun just fine. So yeah, definitely get this double trouble weapons pack. This is really what it was meant for. This thing went up for pre-order the same day this 2-pack went up. It's no coincidence. Even McFarlane is making a weapons pack for his DC figures. Uh, it's it's so dumb DC's doing this, but anyways, there is a way around it, and I'm glad these companies are doing what they can to work around it. It's just up to us to support them. So, buy the weapons pack. It's definitely worth it. You get extra guns too, so it's not just for Two-Face. It's for the next DC figure. Maybe they'll make a Joker that doesn't come with weapons, and you can give it to Joker. So, keep that in mind. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap things up on this Mezco 112 Collective Batman and Two-Face 2-pack 1940s Golden Age. Very awesome 2-pack. This is one of my favorites releases in a long time from Mezco 112 Collective. And I love it. I feel like this is going to be a grail eventually. I think this is going to be one of those sleepers that a lot of people pass up on, and then they're going to regret it when it's gone. So, and I mean when it's truly gone. Like I'm sure right now you can still kind of get them for retail price. I'm sure he's sold out on Mezco, but I feel like it's just gonna go up higher. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Now I'm curious to know what your thoughts on this release is. Let me know down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, I would appreciate if you guys hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one.